Hello guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Morrowind.
Speak, traveler.
So let's get on and play some Morrowind. So we're going to go back to Sadrith Mora. Before we do that, we need to have ourselves a sleep, and there's a bed right here. So, sleepy time. Once we've finished, then we may need to visit an armourer. How much money do we have? About 1,000, right? That should be enough. Because we're going to go to the cave.
Any time now.
And we're going to need some... Sadrith Mora, please. We're going to need our gear to be in tip-top shape.
So what's this regard?
But, the people who we're going to go see, although I know that there's 5 of them, it's not going to be 5 all at once. I think it's 5 spread throughout the cave.
Come on, I haven't got all day.
So we can either do it a super stealthy way, which would involve us creeping past everybody to get to the target, but once we start causing a bit of a ruckus in their cave, I'm pretty sure that they're all going to come running through. So we
Come on, I haven't got all day, you know.
Systematically go through each person as
Come
we
on,
come to
I
them
haven't got all day.
and deal with them in an appropriate manner. So let's find ourselves an armourer. I don't know which way is the quickest way. We'll go this way. And once we've repaired our gear, then we'll be ready. And we'll make our way across the water again, and the cave is right there where my arrow is pointing. So, be a little bit of the same sort of crossing, so we know that it's pretty much fine. There's no trouble that way really, and we'll be fine. We're pretty strong. Can this lady?
How do I know you're not up to something devious?
You don't. Oh, Daedric dagger is quite expensive. Oh, this is all cheap. Oh yes, we have that dagger too, which is quite strong, isn't it? We get that. Might use that also. We need her to like us a bit more. There's no point spending money, really, is there? We'll just pay that for the moment. I don't really want to. I don't, but looks like we're going to have to. Come on. Right, that's us. So let's get to it. It's a bit like deja vu.
That's unusual.
What's he shouting about?
Go ahead.
Right, we need to prepare our water walk.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much
hello.
time.
I don't believe you're supposed to stand there, but I think when we opened that door before, and just looking at them flags waving in the wind. Sorry, I get distracted quite easily. Well, it broke his. Let's help him out. I don't think he was. Is he? I don't think that he normally walks this far out. This is weird. Right. Shall we equip ourselves with water walking? After that little diversion. Fail. Come on. Not again. No, we're gonna have to... It's not... Come on. This way. So, while we're off on a little walk, maybe we'll have a little talk about Morrowind and about the other Elder Scrolls games. So, I've played all of the Elder Scrolls games that have been released. So, Arena, Daggerfall, obviously Morrowind, and Oblivion. And I think out of all of them, Morrowind is my favourite. And then I think it's Daggerfall. Although Daggerfall is I don't know, it's Daggerfall and Oblivion. And Arena kind of comes last. That's just the way that I place them. It doesn't really mean that, you know, one's a better game, although obviously, you know, the first game that they produced wasn't even meant to be an open world. It was supposed to be some sort of dungeon crawl game. But it just kept expanding and expanding and expanding, and until eventually they had built a game with a complete world, and that's how the Elder Scrolls started, in fact, because of that. Oh look, a little portal thing. We need some Telvanni town, I presume. Kind of heading in the right direction. Where are we? There's a boat over there. Let's have a look. Still kind of heading in the right direction. Oh, we're a little off course. What is this? Telfur. Yes, so anyway, things that I like about Morrowind are obviously the fact that it's not a randomly generated map like in Daggerfall. And every single part of the game, come on, is crafted. And although there are some leveling of characters, it doesn't go to the extremely ridiculous level of that Oblivion goes to, which I think everybody who likes the Elder Scrolls, in fact just computer gaming in general, has a really big problem with. And that's one thing that I hope that they've tweaked. Well, in fact, you know, to be honest, I think if they're going to produce games, they need to change things and make things better, of course. But at the same time, they should keep what works, and what works with the Elder Scrolls was the fact that, particularly with Morrowind, there was a leveling system. There are some enemies that you meet that sort of raise their strength along with yours, but predominantly you've got hard enemies in places where there's cool stuff, and weak enemies in the sort of not so important stuff. So I don't know why they just went and wrecked it in Oblivion, because it was a real shame when I started to play the game and I started to come across bandits, and they were wearing fully kitted out in Daedric armour or glass armour, and were wielding holy, super godlike weapons. It's just ridiculous. And it also, in Morrowind, this particular game, there's no way that you could come across a person like that. Oh, there are a few characters that do have a near full set of glass armour or Daedric armour. They're super hard, and they've got lots of help around them, so it would be a really strong, a really, really hard challenge to take them on. So it is rewarding when you actually get a full set of that type of armour, particularly Daedric. But in Oblivion, it's just cheap as chips when you get up to a high enough level. I have a really big problem with it. Anyway, this is the cave that we need to go to, but We don't have time to do anything. Oh, yeah, we definitely don't. So when I come back, what we're going to do is, well, first of all, let's save, shall we? XM25. When we come back, we're going to go in that cave and we're going to sort out some dudes. So, take care of yourself, stay safe. See you later.